Hey, this is Joe Price. This is a follow-up video to the one I did about my daughter serving in Uruguay, in which I showed how you can use reverse hints on Family Search to grow the family tree for the place where they're serving or will be serving. This is a follow-up video to show you how to add people to the tree if they don't have a hint at all. And I'll be doing this in the context of a city in Brazil. Michelle Jones in Eagle Mountain reached out to me, told me her son is serving in this particular town, and asked how to uh, use Family Search to help grow the tree for that place. And so I'm going to be using that as my example for this video. So let me share my screen. The other thing I wanted to show you is just how you can turn this into a community project just by simply creating a very simple Google Sheet. And I'll show you what this Google Sheet means. So let me show you the city that this person sent me. I have it right here. And so what you would do is you would go to Family Search, and then you'd hit Search Records. And then right here under Place, you would put the place where they're serving. Okay, sometimes that'll happen. You just hit refresh and then you'll get it. Now notice this is 10.6 million, way too big for any project. So I'm going to just make it exact and then hit search. Still going to be a big number, but this will be manageable. And then the nice thing is as the person, your friend or family is working with people, you can always put in a specific surname. But I'm going to show you how you could do it for the whole. So we have 46,000 records. Notice if I come down here to the bottom, it shows results per page. The default is 20, so I usually put it to 100. And then what that allows me to do then is if you look here at the bottom right, you can see pages 1 through 49. And so right here in the sheet, I can just start adding in page numbers. And so people could sign out a sheet so that if someone came in, they could say, I'm going to work on, I'm going to work on sheet 6, and they could type in 6 right here and go to that. Now notice in this page, I think I've finished all the hints for this page because basically those symbols mean that they're complete. But notice there's still a lot of people in here. So let me show you how you can add a new person to the tree. And I would probably focus on someone that has a lot of relatives so that when you add them to the tree, you won't just be adding that person, you'll be adding, in this case, their parents and their spouse. So let me show you how to do this. I'm going to just make this part of my screen a little bit smaller. I'm going to pull another screen over here and just go to familysearch.org. So where's my person right here? So this person born 1901, died in 1977. It's got parents and a spouse. So I'm going to right click and then open link in a new tab. And then I'm going to go family tree person. And then I'm just going to hit recents. This is probably the key part of the whole video. Just hit recents and then add unconnected person. And then I'm just going to bring this over. And this is where kind of looking at the information will be helpful. You can see his father's name is Lemes de Freitas, so that looks like the correct name. I was just, trying to figure out if Lemes was a middle name or a surname. And then we'll just hit male, and then here we have his birth year. We'll put that in there, and then you can put it as well if you want, and then we'll hit. So there is this information that we can put in. And then right at this point, you might find a possible match, though you can kind of tell that there probably wasn't going to be one, or Family Search might have known about it right here, but sometimes it does happen. And you just hit create person. And so now you've just created a brand new person on the tree. You can just copy that ID, and then you're going to hit attach to family tree. And actually, you don't really need to copy the ID because it'll almost always pop up right here or in your history list. And so then you just hit select. And then you can add in additional information. You can add in the father. You can add other, and sometimes as you're adding in these other people, a possible match will pop up and you want to look at those carefully. And then here is his spouse, and he was born in 1901, so she's very likely also deceased. And so we'll put female, deceased, and we'll put that in. But now what's happened is we use this record to just add 4 new people to the tree. And then what I like to do at this point is just see if maybe there's other record hints. I can go other, and then here you can see this is great. We have a few record hints. And so then we could then start to add those other record hints. It might add in a sibling or other family members. As you can kind of see here. This is where it gets you want to be really careful at this spot. In this case, you can see that they're born about 5 years apart. We have a pretty unique name for both the father and the mother that lines up exactly. And then they're born in the same county. So I think this looks pretty good. And so then I would attach those, add this person. Then what I can do is I can hit change. And now we can add in his wife as well. So we'll put in female, deceased. But that's pretty much it. And then at that point, I can go back and still do these other record hints that show up. And then the nice thing is when I come back here, if I just remember Jose, that when I hit refresh, then that person will now have an icon. Oops. All the names disappeared. It said unknown on everyone. That was kind of, I'm not sure. Must be something on Family Search right at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on there, why all the names just disappeared. Oh, there they are. Now they're, oh no, I guess just the first ones were all unknown. And if we scroll down here, we should find our person at some point and he'll have a check mark next to him. But then what I would do is I would maybe look for another person that falls into that category, maybe of having a lot of possible people. So again, right here, maybe Maria would be a good one to do next. And again, really the key is over here on Family Search to hit recents and then add unconnected person. And then that allows you then to add this little, the hope is that as we add these little small trees, that they'll start to connect together. And this can be really powerful, especially if you focus on one surname. I found that as I work on one surname, I sometimes can connect a whole bunch of families together, especially when I'm looking at just one small little community. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Actually, let me show you one last little thing about the Google Sheet. Notice there's this little link right here. All that link is doing is it's basically doing the search results when I just copy this right here. And you can see that it's got the 100 count, it's got the exact place on. So if you come in here, basically whatever you want to put in here, there'll be a URL generated that mimics your search. And so then that way, if someone else clicks on this link, they'll get to see the same results. And that will make it possible for different people to focus on different pages so you're not stepping on each other's toes. So the nice thing about this is that as you do the work, these icons will show up. And so it'll be pretty easy to tell which ones have been done and which ones still need to be done. I hope this video is helpful as you think about a community that you want to work on. I think this is a really great way to help out missionaries that are serving. It's also a great way to work on maybe a place where your own family is from, or maybe for the own community where you're living at the time. And really the search records makes it that you can search anything you want, any collection, any location, any surname, and any other criteria that you want to use. So I hope this is a great experience for you.